Okay, so good evening, class. We will do product. In the last class, I have completed. Okay, 5 levels of product. I've completed. I've completed all the types of products, and also I guess I've completed portfolio, product portfolio. Yes, I've completed product portfolio. So we are left with very small portion. I don't know whether we will complete in this class or not, but by the next class this chapter will get over and my syllabus as well. Okay, so let's start. First, today we will start with what we are done with: product portfolio, product depth, width, and everything. Now we'll talk about lengthening of product line. Okay, what is lengthening? Means adding something, increasing the length. It means what? Adding something, it means increasing the length. Okay, so this is lengthening. Now, what is lengthening? Means adding a new or few newer items or brands in the product line. So lengthening means we are increasing the product line. The marketer is increasing the product line. What the marketer is doing? The marketer is doing nothing but increasing the product line. The marketer is increasing the product line. So that is lengthening. Now this lengthening happens in two ways. What are the two ways? One is line stretching. One is what? Line stretching. Another one is what? Line filling. Now try to understand what do you mean by line stretching and what do you mean by line filling. Okay. Now line stretching also occurs in two ways. One is upward and another one is downward. One is upward and another one is what? Downward. Okay. So what is line stretching? Line stretching means we are stretching something. We are stretching the product line. We are adding newer brands or products. Now the two ways, one is what? Upward stretching. We are stretching the product line in an upward direction. Downward, we are stretching the product line in a downward direction. But what does this mean? We cannot stretch product line. Is it possible? Is it an elastic that we will stretch by our hand? No. Then what does the exact meaning of these two words? What are the exact meaning? Upward stretching means when the marketer in its product line add products of premium brands. Means the marketer in its product line is adding products of premium brands, high priced products, premium products. So what? It is an upward stretching because these premium products are not for the people, not for the mass people, it is for the class people. So we are stretching towards the upward class of the society. The marketer is trying to invade the upward market, the upward class of the society, and not the downward class. So the marketer is adding premium brands, premium products in its product line. What is downward stretch? The marketer is trying to invade the downward, lower class of the society. So low price products are being launched. So the marketer is launching low price products, adding low price products in its product line. Already the marketer was having a product line, but now the marketer feels like increasing, stretching the product line, lengthening the product line, increasing the length of the product line. Now to increase the length of the product line, the marketer can increase this length in two ways. One is by stretching, one is by filling. What is stretching? We all know we can stretch a thing either in an upward direction or in a downward direction. So here when the marketer stretches its product line in the upward direction, it means that the marketer is going for premium brands. And downward stretching means what? Here the marketer is going for low price products. The marketer, why low price products? Because the marketer is trying to invade the lower class of the society. Whereas here the marketer is trying to invade the upper class of the society. Now then what does line filling means? Okay, now downward stretching and upward stretching examples you will get. Suppose Tata came with Nano. Why such low priced car? So that everybody could avail a Nano. So that the low class society could also avail Nano. That was the plan. Correct? And premium brands, there are premium brands. Now what is line filling? Line filling means what? We are filling the product line, we are deepening the product mix by adding more version to each product. We are adding more and more versions of each product. We are filling our product line, we are filling our product mix with various versions of a product. We are just filling, we are not stretching, we are filling our product line. Why? To attract all kind of customers, all class of customers. For example, Tanishq. You will, if you watch ads, advertisements, you will see Tanishq. There are various kinds of product that Tanishq have launched. Various versions of gold. 14 karat, 22 karat. There are means diamond jewelries where the gold quality is very low and we can get diamond at very low cost. CaratLane, girls will know better. There is Tanishq's Mia collection, which is a workwear collection for ladies who goes out for work, means for daily wear. There are collections like Riva collection, those are wedding collections. So they have launched various versions of a product that is gold. Various version to attract each and every class of customer. So that if I am carrying rupees 5,000 in my hand and I am visiting a Tanishq store, I come out by purchasing something. It's not that I come out with a blank hand or with an empty hand. That's line filling. We are filling up. We are just filling up. In upward stretching, I can tell you, Titan's the Raga collection or the collections now, various new collection they are launching. Just see the price. It's 10,000, 15,000. A watch costing what? 15,000. Is it possible for every class of people to purchase? No, it's not. So there is upward stretching, there is downward stretching. So it depends on the marketer, what the marketer wants, how the marketer wants to stretch, whether the marketer wants to target the upper class of the society, or the marketer wants to target the lower class of the society, or the marketer wants to target each and every class of the society. So the marketer is filling up the product mix, filling up the product line. That is line filling. So there are two ways: line stretching, line filling. Line stretching takes place upward, downward, and line filling though. You all understood? Is it okay? Now we'll talk about product life cycle. Now we'll talk about what? Product life cycle. We have talked about product life cycle while doing pricing, right? Product life cycle. So what is product life cycle? I've already told, like a human's life, a product also has a life. So now this life has various stages just like human. So the first stage being planning and development. Product planning and development. Just like before, the arrival of a human, the arrival of a life, proper planning is required. Similarly, before the arrival of a new product, proper planning development is mandatory. A marketer is trying to come up with a new product. So the marketer needs to plan what product the marketer wants to come up with. Right? Whether the product is needed in the society or not is also a matter to take care of. If the marketer is coming up with a product which already exists, then what is the means why then? Why he is coming up with such a product? What's the reason? So proper planning is required, that what you want, what your product will satisfy, how you want to see your product perform in the market, what are the competitors of your product, who are the competitors of your product. So proper planning, proper development is required at this stage, and this stage requires heavy investment. But there is no sales, because at this stage we are just planning and we have to invest. We have to invest at this stage, because planning, research requires investment, requires money, right? Planning requires sufficient money. So investment is required at this stage, but there is no sales. We are just what? We are just doing expenditure in order to give a final shape to the product. We are just doing expenditure. Correct? Okay. I don't know what you all are thinking, but think of product, okay? Just think of product and focus on product. Okay, next, number 2. Number 2 is what? Introduction. Now comes the stage of introduction. Now what is introduction? Means now the product is ready to be introduced in the market. Now the product is ready to be introduced in the market. So this is the first stage and the very crucial stage, because at this stage the fate of the product will be decided, whether the product will stay in the market or whether the product will just wipe off. The fate will be decided at this stage, at the introduction stage of the product. So at this stage of the product, heavy promotion is required, because it's a new product and the market and the customers are not aware of it. So promotion is necessary to make them aware about the product that is newly introduced in the market. Is it okay? So here promotion is the main thing, and the buyers or the consumers of the product at this stage are known as innovators. They are known as what? Innovators. Buyers and consumers at this stage are known as why innovators? Because they are innovating. They are the first ones to try the new product. So they are innovators. So first stage comes with planning and development, where our main thing is investment, whereas at the introduction stage our main thing is promotion, because this stage will determine the fate of a product. So we need to properly nurture, we need to properly promote our product in the market, so that the consumers becomes aware of the presence of some product, or else there are several products and your product will get lost amongst them. So promotion is necessary at this stage. Is it clear? Okay, now comes stage 3. Now the stage 3 is what? Stage 3 is nothing. Stage 3 is the market growth stage. Market growth stage. So what is this stage 3? Market growth stage. Now this is what? When the sales starts growing. Now people knows about the product, because few people have used your product. They are the innovators. They have spread that there is a product of this kind. Now your market is growing. It's a growth stage, very fast rate. At this point of time, your promotion requirement is very less. Okay, but yes, you have to keep your research and development continue. Okay, so that your product becomes more and more competitive. You have to nurture yourself, because in the market there are several products, and in order to compete in the market, your product should be that competitive. So research and development is required. And the people purchasing at this stage, are known as the early adopters or the early majority. Because at the growing stage, what? After innovation, people, they are called the early majority people or the early adopters. They are adopting your product. This is a growth stage. At this point of time, you are earning. You have start earning. Yes, from the introduction portion only you have start earning, but at the growth stage you are earning more. Now you are getting some profit because your product is totally in. Is it clear? Number 4 comes the maturity stage, and this stage is a very crucial stage for a product. Now the product has matured. It's a stage now. Several competitors have come. Your product have several competitors. Newer and newer products are coming into the market. Now, since newer and newer products are coming into the market, in order to elongate the lifespan of your product, at this point also promotion is necessary. Now again you have to promote. At the growth stage there was no such promotions required, but now again you have to promote. Just see the Colgate. We used to, many of us use Colgate. Now you will see variety of Colgate is coming. Why? Because to elongate the lifespan of Colgate. Otherwise there are several toothpaste available now, and now people are switching from Colgate to different toothpaste like Sensodyne. There is several. Dant Kanti, very famous. So now Colgate, in order to make its product, in order to elongate the lifespan, the Colgate is now doing heavy promotion. You will see advertisement of Colgate now comes very frequently. Why? Because promotion, because it has reached a maturity stage. And at this maturity stage, the marketer needs to decide about 2 things. What are the 2 things that the marketer needs to decide about at this stage of maturity? That whether to kill the product, that is to phase out the product totally from the market and substitute the product with some other product because the product has reached its saturation level. Okay. Or to make some additional features or add it to the product so that it could compete with the competitors. Either to kill the product or to add something to the product to make it more competitive. Because why kill? Because the product has reached its saturation and now the product will no longer be accepted in the market. So at the maturity stage, the marketer needs to decide about 2 things. Either to kill the child or to add newer features so that the child again becomes active to compete with the newer ones. So either to phase out the product or to add newer features. So this is the thing of maturity. This is the maturity stage. And number 5 stage comes number 5 stage comes only in the case if the marketer decides to phase out, means kill the product. That is the decline stage. So at this stage, the marketer's target is what? Here the product has reached its saturation. No longer it is possible to make the product stay in the market. So here the marketer's strategy is divestment. At the beginning it was investment and here it's divestment. Means what? The marketer will try to recover whatever he can from the market. Here promotion is hardly done, because why to invest in promotion when the product is already dying? I will try to take whatever I could get from the product. I will try to sell out the remaining things. I will try to sell out the remaining products so that whatever it is recovered, it's fine for me. Because here my strategy is divestment, no more investment in anything, because the product is dying and I have decided to kill the product. Is it clear? So product life cycle, there are 5 stages. What? First is planning, next comes introduction, next comes market growth stage, next comes what? Maturity. Okay, the purchaser at this maturity stage are known as what? Late majority. লেট মেজরিটি, দে আর দ্য পিপল হু অ্যাডপ্ট সামথিং লেট, আমি আগে দেখিনি সবাই কী করছে তারপর আমি করব, দে আর দিস কাইন্ড অফ পিপল। অ্যান্ড ইনোভেটার্স আর হোয়াট, চলো তো দেখি কী হবে, যা হবে দেখা যাবে। Okay, and in the middle comes what? Early majority, early adopter. They just see the first, একবার দেখে নিল, দেন তারপরে আর they never give a second thought, purchase করে নিল। In the maturity stage এ যারা purchase করছে, they just first sees what the others are going through, what the others are experiencing, and then they purchases. So this is product life cycle. I hope this is clear. So first what? Lengthening. Lengthening happens in two ways. One is line stretching, one is line filling. Stretching can be of two ways. One is upward stretching, one is downward stretching. Now upward means when the marketer tries or targets the premium brands, and downward means when the marketer targets the low price products. While filling means what? When the marketer tries to target the entire market. Okay, now product life cycle, it's just similar to the life cycle stage. It's just similar to what? To a human life. First we need to plan, and at this point of time investment is very necessary because we are planning for the product to give it a final shape. Introduction, when the product gets a final shape and we are introducing in the market, and when we are introducing in the market, then what is happening at this point of time? The product, the marketer needs to know, means so the consumers needs to know about the product, and the marketer needs to promote his product. So at this point of time, the focus is on promotion, heavy promotion, and the persons who starts purchasing the product at this stage are known as innovators, because they are innovating, they love to innovate, they love to take risk. Market growth stage means a stage when the product is well known now and the marketer is having sufficient profit, sufficient sale. The people who are adopting at this stage are early majority or early adopters. They are now here the marketer, yes, needs to focus on research and development. Why? Because you have to keep your eyes open, because there are competitors all over. So your product needs to cope up with other competitors. Is it clear? Next, maturity stage. At the maturity stage, what happens? Here the marketer, here the sale is continuing. People, late majority people are purchasing, but here the marketer needs to decide about two things, because during this or at this point of time there are several newer products to compete your product, better products rather. So if the marketer finds that no, there is no way out, then phase out the product, kill your child. And if the marketer finds no, I want to keep my child, then add newer features to that product. The product is a child of the marketer, right? It's not that I'm talking something violent, okay? It's the product as a child I'm talking, not human. Okay, to be very clear. Okay, so just kill the product or to add certain newer features to the product. Okay, so when if the marketer decides to kill the product, then what comes? The decline stage, and at this point of time the marketer's strategy is divestment. I will not invest a penny in order to promote my product. I just want to take whatever I get from the product, because it's ending, it's anyways ending. So this is product life cycle, and the best example of keeping the product is Colgate, I will say, because Colgate in the middle just got vanished, but now you will see very frequently there are ads of Colgate, because now other than Colgate there are several good toothpaste available. But when we used to be small, we used to see that every next person is purchasing Colgate, but now see, we'll see various toothpaste. So Colgate is trying to elongate its lifespan by adding features. There are several types of versions of Colgates are now available, you will just see, so that it could compete with other toothpaste brands. Okay, so for today I think this is enough. In the next class we'll start with new product development and types of branding, and we will complete our syllabus. Okay, so thank you class.